Hello and welcome to another Tea Time Friday. Today I wanted to talk to you about three things: sickness, motivation, and mornings. So let's jump straight in.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh my lord. Oh man. I'm still a bit.
Okay, so let's start with sickness. I know, I missed a Friday, but oh my lord, was I sick. I was so sick last week, it's unreal. And I am never sick, right? Ever. I don't even remember the last time I had a cold or anything. And my students had been dropping like flies. But and I thought I'd got away with it, but obviously someone else had other plans and I was sick like a dog. You did not want to hear me. I think I came on for a live on the Thursday to say I'm too sick. I can't do this. I've got a sty in my, it's all going on. I've got a sty in my eye from the sickness. I think transference of snot and general grime from here when I was wiping with the tissue got cross-infected. Not pretty, people. Not pretty. So I did what I allow my students to do, which is I allowed myself to be sick. But, right, and this is a big but, my year 11s are right in the smack middle of hardcore Easter revision, right? I was very sick. But when I needed to work, so one-to-one people, I have to be there for them. I took a day nurse and got on with my job, right? Was it the most pleasant experience? No. Did I still impart value? Yes, right? So I'm usually all for when you're sick, be sick, but there are certain times in life where you can't get away with that. So you take whatever you need to take to make yourself feel better. This is my first discovery of day nurse. It's the most amazing thing ever. Oh my god. Unreal. Like, seriously, unreal. Today's tea. Can you see? It's a tea bag. It's apple and pear. So good. So good. So I popped a couple of day nurse and just got on with the day job. But the year 11s don't have time to be sick at the moment. They've got too much work to do. So the rest of this video is going to be really talking about problems to do with them, because they are weighing very heavily on my mind at the moment. Mornings is the first thing I want to talk about. Teenagers and mornings, it seems to be a problem. I don't understand. I do understand, because you know what, I was a teenager once and I'm sure I never got out of bed. I know at uni I definitely, if I didn't have to, I didn't get out of bed before 1. And if I did, it was only to grab myself some toast to go back to bed with. But when you've got revision on, the morning is like golden time, like ethereal golden time. It's the time when you're sparky and at your best. Don't waste the morning, people. Fully embrace the morning revision. Work your hardest at the morning. Everyone seems to like chill out a little bit. There are exceptions to every rule, right? So there are night workers, but it's really important to get your sleep. So I would be an advocate of getting to bed early, waking up early. I'm not talking like 6 in the morning early. I'm talking about like 8, 8:30, like nothing too hardcore. Get your study in early. When you're on your holidays, man, treat it like you're almost at school. Get up like you would go to school. Work the whole day at school. Then you can chill if you want to, right? If you need the chill time, take the chill time. Rest is as important as work, right? We talk a lot on this channel about Pomodoros and taking breaks. It's really important to give your head a little massage, a little break, a little relax, right? So we can organise all that data you're putting in. But that doesn't mean you should just down tools till about 4 and then start working, because the whole morning has been a break. It's not what it's about, people. So rise up in the mornings. Rise up. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about is chat versus action. So Again, this is a current year 11 problem I'm having. I think this year has been the worst year for year 11s for me, attitude wise, not like work wise. I mean, they've got a hard year, I'm not going to lie. Syllabus have changed. They are guinea pigs in many respects. Last year were guinea pigs too. This year are guinea pigs for other subjects. So I get that it's hard this year. It's a hard year. But I'm seeing a lot of chat the right stuff without doing the right stuff. Yeah, I'm going to revise. We're going to do all this work. Then when it comes to revision, it's like crickets. Insert cricket sound, right? A lot of them will say the right things. They appear to be fully motivated in their heads. But then when it comes to actually doing any work, it's like they don't want to do it. There is something more interesting to do, right? I've been there. I think most people have been there. But don't waste your energy talking the talk if you're not going to walk the walk. If you're not going to walk the walk, just keep your mouth shut, right? Be silent. Don't say what great, amazing things you're going to do and then not do them, right? We are all in danger of doing this sometimes. I'm in danger of doing it all the time. I don't know how many years I said I was going to go on YouTube and then never uploaded a video. But how hard is that? And then I just had to chat to myself one day and say, you know what, Jade, you need to sort yourself out. You're doing a lot of this and not doing a lot of, I don't know how you demonstrate doing a video. This stuff here, right? And so I just needed a little push, just a little guidance. My cousin went on YouTube. I saw what happened with his channel. I was like, you know what, actually, I can do this. If people hate me, it's all good. If no one watches me, it's all good. I mean, it doesn't, in the grand scheme of life, it doesn't really matter. It's not that important. What have I got to lose? Nothing. What have I got to gain? Everything. And this is the same thing for studying, right? What have you got to lose if you actually do some study? Time. That's it, right? Time. What have you got to gain? Great. Self-esteem. The knowledge that you've actually done some work to get where you want to be. And this is the answer I get a lot, right? But I'm never going to use this subject again. What's the point of revising? Blah, blah, blah. Same stuff, different day. I get that all the time. You need to separate topic from work. That doesn't make any sense, but I know what I'm trying to say. Basically, your GCSEs are teaching multiple things, right? Say if you hate science, because that's a common theme, apparently, people hate science. You hate science. You know what? I'll talk about a specific example. I had a kid come up to me and said, look, miss, they call me miss, it's wrong. Look, miss, I hate science. I've already got into this, I think it's a dance school, Brit school. I don't need science. I don't see why I should bother. Teacher hates me. Blah, 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 blah. This kid had an unconditional offer, I think. I think those exist. And I completely understand why you would down tools if that had happened. But, right, the ability to work through something that you don't want to do and still give it your best is a life skill, not just a GCSE skill. So in any job, even if it's your dream job, there are aspects of anything that you will do in life that you don't want to do and you don't like doing, right? Practice doing them as early as possible, right? Let it teach you grit. Let it teach you hard work. Let it teach you determination. Let it teach you ambition. Let it teach you work in the face of adversity, right? Let it teach you how to turn a situation upside down. Let it give you something bigger than the grade, right? Because that's just as important, right? The ability to work on a subject that you don't like is a skill. It's a life skill, right? And you want to look back, even if, right, your grade is a 3 or a 2 or a 1, right? If you ground for it, if you worked your tush off for it, be proud of it, own it. Then you can explain to people, look, I didn't have to do this. I was online for no grade. But actually, I worked as hard as I could with the situation that I was in, and I got this grade, and I'm really proud. And there's nothing to be ashamed of in that, right? But there is something to be ashamed of if you know that you just put your legs up and chilled back while everyone else was working hard. You chilled. That says something about who you are as a character, not necessarily saying something about how you understand a subject. So think of this as a character building session rather than just what you can learn in biology, chemistry, physics, maths, geography, history, insert subject here, right? And breathe. Tea is good. Excuse my pajamas today. It's been a long day already, and it's only like 10 something in the morning. Okay, that's Friday tea time. I promise I'll go back to being my well self and not ever miss a Friday again. As always, study like a boss.